Well, Todd and I first crossed paths when we were 4-Hers many, many years ago. And I was actually a state officer that I was graduating out when he was starting to come in and be active on executive boards. So we didn't really know each other real well as 4-Hers. I think I knew of him. He knew more of me just because I was graduating out as the president of the executive board. And it wasn't until later, as adults, that we reconnected. My children were very active in 4-H, and all of them served on executive board. And I kept running into him at 4-H events. I would go chaperone at legislature. Todd would be there. I would do something at 4-H University. Todd was always there. And so we rekindled a friendship just because we knew of each other as 4-Hers in our youth and both have a passion for 4-H in our adulthood. And so had a kindred spirit for all things 4-H. He was very active in 4-H. That was one of the things that he really enjoyed growing up. He was a state officer. I believe he was Sergeant of Arms. And he was just one of those kids who had such an impact by the things he experienced in 4-H that it had a profound imprint on his life, and he's dedicated his life to giving back to 4-H because of what it did for him as a youth.
He really believes in 4-H and the opportunities that it provides for young people to develop as productive young adults. And so he continues to look for avenues, opportunities, sponsors to explore that will support our 4-H program on the local district and especially state level. And I think so that commitment just still resides with him, and it's one of the main reasons why our Florida 4-H Foundation continues to prosper even during difficult times that we've experienced during COVID years. And so I think that's one of the main reasons is that 4-H fire still burns within him, and it causes him to continue to, not get complacent, but continue to look for opportunities to help young people. As a foundation member, he took it very serious, and he adjusted his work schedule to make any meeting or event that was Florida 4-H related. And so that alone made him one of the most active members, and is always looking for ways to do things better, more efficient. How can we reach more youth? How can we raise more money to help more young people participate in 4-H? And I think, just being an active member, oftentimes we have committees where you just have warm bodies, but Todd was just the opposite of that. He was very actively involved, and even to this day.
When I came onto the board was right at the beginning of COVID, and so kind of a happy accident, we had to go virtual with our fundraising. And Todd kind of took that under his wing. He'd always been involved with the fundraising that we do for the foundation, but it had always been like in a location, a silent auction in Tallahassee with the legislators. It had never had the audience that we could have with a virtual auction. So the first year that we did it, which was the first year of the COVID lockdowns, it was the only way we could think to make some funds to keep the program going. And he took it and ran with it. And we made $10,000 that year. We'd never made that kind of money for a silent auction that we'd done in person before. And I think everybody was so excited about it that we decided to keep doing the virtual silent auction. So the second year, when Todd technically wasn't a board member, he still wanted to be in charge of the auction. So we certainly allowed him to do that, because how many people do you know that really enjoy fundraising? And I think because of his heart for 4-H and his vested interest in making sure 4-H stays sustainable and provides opportunities for young people like he was provided for as a 4-H'er, I think that's the driving force behind him wanting to keep doing the fundraising. He's been very instrumental in a lot of the things that have been going on with Cherry Lake and getting some of the people involved with giving back to Cherry Lake and trying to get things off the ground. One of the things that he does every year is he was awarded a I Dare You award when he was a 4-H'er. That was a trip to the National Youth Institute, and it's a camp that's put on by the Danforth Foundation. And he went as a 4-H'er, he was sent as a 4-H'er, and then he came back almost like a camp counselor. And he's been back every year. He makes it a point to be able to go do that and give back. And I think that all wraps up into his involvement with 4-H, and the things that he does there directly influence the things that he's able to do on 4-H level.
As it relates to the motto, I look at it as, providing an opportunity for any young person to see the best in them, and then enhancing that to make it better. And I think that's what Todd has done, being from Gaston County. Someone saw something in him. Now he has an opportunity to provide or to help young people do the same thing through raising funds through the 4-H Foundation and providing other opportunities for young people to stay involved. And I think that's what he done a great job, what he's done with 4-H. Todd, you've done outstanding. You've always been committed. Keep up the great work and continue to help support our young people through 4-H and other youth educational programs. So let's continue to partner in helping to develop our young people. But once again, I'd say congratulations.
Todd, on behalf of the entire foundation board, we want to congratulate you on a job well done and a job that's going to continue to be well done because we look forward to working with you in the future. Congratulations, Bundy. We love you, we appreciate you, and we look forward to working with you down the road.